The benefits of utilizing stoicism in the workplace in regards to everything that you do has many numerous benefits. But I want to give you some ways in which I learn and that I use on a daily basis to help me make better decisions. Now, let me start by saying that growing up, I was very antisocial or a gamer as a kid. My family went and did different things. I'm the one who stayed inside. They had to come and get me. They had to ask the question of where Quan, because Quan is my middle name. Where's Quan at? And guess where I was at? Upstairs playing my video games, doing whatever I was doing, right? But the goal during that time was simply just to enjoy myself, as all kids are, because we don't think of the end goal as much as we think of the present moment, which was for me playing video games, right? And for some reason, I became more addicted as I grew older to the structure of Call of Duty and Battlefield, or the military, as you can see by me now. Now, let's fast forward to high school when I joined ROTC and I got to actually join the ROTC program, Navy, and I got my first position. It was the structure, the discipline, everything within that program that made me want to become better and to adopt the mindset of stoicism. At the time, I didn't know what that was. I thought just me maintaining my regular face, being normal, right? Because that's who I came up as. Growing up, I got joked about because my face was always neutral. I was able to laugh without changing my facial expression. So RTC, just being in a leadership position, was natural to me, right? And the only thing I needed help with was public speaking. But as I grew up and made it to the operations officer, I think that was the name for it, the third in command for the whole RTC program, that's when I had a basis of how to actually utilize leadership, how to be more stoic, how to actually become better, right? Because at that point, you focus on operations. You know that you have to make the logistics and get things done. Ensure people know where to be at, how to get there. Now, once I joined the military and I raised up in rank, I realized that you can't always be emotional. People would rather follow somebody who's calm, who's able to make decisive decisions or quick decisions. Someone who is a meaning of discipline or the image that's behind it. And that's what I wanted to become. So as I grew up, I started paying more attention to different ideas of stoicism. And whether that's Aristotle, Epictetus, people along those lines. And it just stuck with me. And here's some examples how, right? I remember this one time when I like using drone shooter as an example because that's usually the times when you're the most tested as a person being a drone shooter, because you're faced with so many different situations that you don't know how to react, but you do react, right? Because you have no choice. So this one time there was a bunch of stuff going on, a bunch of stuff acting out, and people were just being stupid. I'm saying it broadly so I don't make a specific situation. So for me, instead of reacting like everyone else did, I took a step back, I observed the situation, and I made a decision to get something or move people to some location, right? We do something every single day, whether that's at work, at home, relationships, whatever. What most people don't do is to take a breather, take a step back, observe the situation, and make a decision with the information you have in front of you, right? Because once you do that, you realize that more often times than not, we often react to what the situation is than what facts are actually presented to you within the actual reality of the situation. Now, another thing I learned was this, is the fact that don't show I don't show my emotions really outwardly, because I don't like using that word much, but I believe that is how or what makes you seem more like a calm and more follower leader. If people can see you as somebody who's emotionally consistent, who's self-regulated, then that part of that will also go into play with how your facial expression is, right? Because mine is neutral more often times than not, unless I'm telling a joke or I hear a joke also makes me laugh. And those things right there will essentially helps me become a better and more stoic individual. Because at the end, someone who freaks out, someone who overthinks, somebody who always laugh and jokes and become goofy, yes, they may become more well known for the wrong reasons, but for me personally, I'd rather become well known for being myself, neutral, stoic, consistent, and having a routine. This somebody who's always doing goofy things, making jokes, something like that. Because at the end of my journey in my career, whichever way I plan on going, right, I want people to know me as somebody who enjoy teaching, enjoy learning, enjoy experiences, and also just embrace hard things, because that's the main thing that people need in order to grow and be better. Thank you for your time.